Hi there, flat towers. Today we're going to be taking a look at Peterson's Magnetic Tow Lights. Magnetic tow lights are going to be a quick and easy way to get a flat tow wiring set up on your vehicle. With many of the other competitors, you have to do a lot of installation, but with this magnetic set, they simply just stick right onto the roof with the magnetic pad here on the bottom. There is a sticker here on the bottom that is a non-scratch surface to prevent causing any damage to the roof of your vehicle. You will have one for both the left and right side, and their main intention is to mimic the lights on your motorhome, which could potentially be blocked by your vehicle, making it difficult for people behind you to see. So these lights are then relocated on top of your vehicle so they can easily be seen by those behind you so they know your intentions when going down the road. In addition to keeping you safe, it is also going to keep you DOT compliant and legal in all states. I've currently got the flashers on in our motorhome here, and you can see them mimicking here at the back of our vehicle. This is going to be the same with our left turn signal, right turn signal, tail lamps and brake lamps. So everything that we need to portray to those around us, they're going to be able to see it. And these aren't just limited to being used for your flat tow setup. Maybe you've got a trailer that's a large trailer, but maybe the lights aren't working right or doesn't have any lights on it, but you need to be legal. You can easily just stick these right onto that trailer and go. Same can be said for anything you want to haul, or maybe even just a cargo carrier. We have light kits available for our cargo carriers here at etrailer, but if you've already got a set of these, they would easily stick onto that carrier. Each of these are going to feature LED lights inside, which is going to be significantly longer life than what an incandescent bulb would be. It's also going to draw less current in total, so it's going to be just less electrical stress on your system. It connects using just a standard 4-pole connection, and in a lot of cases you already have a 4-pole on your RV. The one we're working with here has one. If you don't have one though, we do have adapters here that go from a 7-way to a 4-pole, as if they don't have an RV, they usually do have a 7. But also included with your kit, you are going to receive a small harness that you could splice into your wiring. But if neither of those options are appealing to you, you will also receive a female end here with your kit that you can wire into your motorhome. So this is our magnetic lights connector here, and it would plug directly into this harness. You can see the other ends here on the other side are just going to be bare wires, so you can splice those in. Now, it doesn't come with any splices or butt connectors, but we have those available here at etrailer.com to assist you with getting these hooked up. I highly recommend using heat shrink butt connectors, as this is most likely going to hook up outside the vehicle. But if you do have an existing 4-pole, obviously you're going to use that, but I do highly recommend an adapter from 7 to 4 rather than wiring this in yourself. There's really not a great place to just mount this anywhere. You're going to have to likely purchase an additional bracket to mount it. Then you have to identify all the appropriate wires to tap into. It's just a lot more work that isn't necessary when most of your RVs have a 7-way back here at the least. These magnetic lights are going to work with just about anything. The only issues you might occur is that you don't have a magnetic surface to stick your lights to. Some of your Jeeps and other ones have soft tops. In most cases though, you can stick those onto the side of the vehicle and you're going to be just fine. The distance between the two lights here, you're going to get a little over 6 feet between the two lights, and in most cases that's going to be enough to drape down on the sides if you can't go right on the roof. Our 4-pole harness that's coming off of our lights that plugs into the back of our motorhome is going to be about 20 feet in length. So that's going to work with any vehicle you're planning on flat towing out there. 20 feet is going to be more than enough. If you are choosing to wire up your 4-pole flat female into your motorhome, if you don't have those connectors, you're going to get about 3.5 feet of wire to do so on that side. The diameter of our light is going to measure 4 inches, and the red surface is going to be reflective, so it's also going to act as a reflector in addition to the lights here. Now, there are a couple other options than magnetic lights for your flat tow setup. One of them is a bulb and socket kit, which will require you to remove your taillight assembly, drill a hole into it, and add an additional bulb, which you would then wire up to the front of the vehicle to plug into your motorhome. This is nice if you don't want to have to set up your magnetic lights every time, because it's going to be in here and it's going to be ready to go every time you need it. You just plug in and that bulb lights up. The reason why I don't particularly recommend those though is when you remove this and you go to drill a hole into your light assembly, it can be difficult to find room inside of there for that extra bulb. And if you're drilling a hole into that assembly, you do seal it up, but there is always the chance for leaks in the future, which could cause you to potentially have to have a costly repair here on your taillight assembly. The other option is a diode wiring kit, which would install diodes in between the existing factory wiring on your vehicle. Those diodes would act as a one-way check valve, which would let electricity go to the bulbs, but it wouldn't let it feed back into the vehicle, because we're going to be getting our voltage from the motor home, and that's going to illuminate our bulbs. But we don't want that voltage from the motor home going back down and affecting any of the modules on the vehicle. Those diodes are going to prevent that from happening. The only issue with this one is you're doing some splicing into the wiring behind your lights, and if your vehicle's still under warranty, it is possible that if there's an issue in this area here, that it may bring it out of warranty for that particular repair. But if you're confident in your abilities, it's my personal favorite and recommended option, as once you've got it installed, you just plug it in, you're ready to go. It couldn't be any easier. You don't have to worry about anything leaking in here like you do with the bulb and socket, and the diodes are actually pretty easy to install. We've got plenty of videos here at etrailer.com, so if you use our fit guide, you'll probably find one that you can follow along with. That being said, if you don't really feel comfortable working on vehicles and you don't want to risk there being an issue with warranty ever down the road, this isn't going to cause any issues with your warranty because you're not tapping into anything, you're making no modifications, and it's the quickest and easiest really to set up. You just set it up here on the roof and plug it in. The only drawback is that you just have to do this every single time you want a flat tow. Or if you want, you could drive around town with these all the time. And that completes our look at Peterson's Magnetic Tow Lights.